Hello, and welcome to our introduction for SOC 331. This is our research and design course for the behavioral sciences. So I'll be your instructor. My name is Lauren Brueckner. I've been with Wilmington University since 2011, and it has been a pleasure. So I've taught this course many, many times, and it is one of my favorites. So what I want to do is take a few moments and go through the syllabus because this is an online course. So we don't get the chance to go through the syllabus together to ask or address any questions that you might have. So I'm going to share with you what our syllabus looks like, and we're going to go from there. So it is the Research, Writing, and Information Literacy in the Behavioral Sciences class, known as SOC 331. Our rationale was we really want to look at how we conduct research and how we prepare to learn things, because we know as we go out into the workforce, we will need to learn things, and we will need to do a little bit of research to determine the difference between a scholarly article and one that is not. So we've got a few goals. So looking at our goals here, our very first one is that you as a student in SOC 331 will develop skills, literacy skills within the behavioral sciences area. So you will become proficient at using databases such as PsycInfo, EBSCOhost, ProQuest, and SOC Index. These can all be found on the Wilmington University Library. And I encourage you to use them often and early because they will be a great resource to you when you are completing your assignments for this course. Our second goal will be for you to identify ability to effectively organize information. It is so key when you enter the workforce to stay organized. So we want to establish skills to be able to complete and retain information, as well as organize it, especially if it comes from different sources. We also want to be able to explain and examine further viewpoints from others because not all viewpoints will match. Our third goal, goal C, is to demonstrate critical thinking by evaluating arguments and ethical judgments. So we talked a lot about facts versus opinions, as well as identifying, recognizing some errors in thinking. Our fourth goal, goal D, is to analyze scholarly and peer-reviewed journals, articles, and to evaluate research methods. So we will talk quite a bit about different types of research methods, and then you will identify your own research method that you plan to use for this course. Goal E is to become familiar with how to conduct and write a literature review on a given topic. So you will be choosing a specific topic, which will then lead into SOC 340. If you can, you're welcome to change, but it might be beneficial to choose a topic that you like now so that you can utilize it for both courses. So you are going to conduct an in-depth literature review, meaning that you are doing research on information that already exists on the specific topic of your choosing. Goal F is to explore writing tasks and research efforts required of the behavioral sciences, especially in the workplace. Goal G is to demonstrate the ability to write with clarity and precision using good English grammar, using solid sentences, and having minimal errors. So our methodology is that this is an online course using Canvas. We switched over a few years ago from Blackboard, and we will now be using Canvas. So here are our evaluation procedures. So these are the assignments that are due throughout this block. We've got our article summary, we've got our extended definition review paper, our research question paper, our sampling assignment, our quantitative literary assignment, our brief literature review assignment, a short APA style quiz, weekly quizzes, as well as discussion boards. So all of those assignments together total 910 points. In Canvas, you will be able to view your gradebook. My goal is to read and grade each assignment within 48 hours of the deadline. So I'll go through deadlines in just a moment, but my goal is to be able to provide feedback to you quickly, efficiently, so that you can read the feedback and make edits moving forward for future assignments. So here's some additional kind of foods for thought is that, we want to teach towards success. We want you to succeed, but also to enjoy what you're learning. So this class is very writing intensive. There is a lot of writing in this class. So I want to tell you that now so that you are prepared. I want you to realize that you have a week to complete each assignment, but I highly, highly encourage you not to wait until the end of the week in order to complete an assignment. Each assignment does have a rubric, so I suggest that before you even start your assignment, you read over that rubric so that you know what is expected. And if you don't know ins and outs of APA style, I suggest that you get started quickly. So there is a lot of information out, in the Wilmington University library database, as well as online, to find some information about APA format. But we want to make sure that all of our papers are written in APA format unless otherwise noted. Weekly attendance. This is a 7-week course block. It's not very long at all. So you will be graded each week in your attendance. I expect you to be involved. I know it's an online course, but I expect you to be active and involved in the discussion board as well as submitting your assignments on time. Late assignments. Every assignment is due on Canvas by Sunday at midnight. So our week, I'm going through C, D, and E here kind of all together. Our week starts Monday at midnight and it goes through the following Sunday at midnight. I will send you an email, an announcement Sunday at some point on Sunday, reminding you of what assignments are due that evening, as well as what assignments are due that upcoming week. Then I will send you another announcement midweek to touch base to remind you of what assignments are due. So each week you will get 2 to 3 reminders of what assignments are due, plus it's listed here in our syllabus. Every assignment is due by Sunday at midnight. If anything is turned in after that, it will incur a 10% penalty. So you will lose 10% of your grade each day that it is submitted late. So do not submit assignments late. They are all to be submitted on Canvas, and it should be in a Word doc format or PDF. Do not give me a WPS format. I cannot open it and I will not be able to respond. So all due dates, again, are due Sunday at midnight. For our written assignments, they are supposed to be APA format. That means 12-point times New Roman font, double spaced, single-inch margins. And here's where students have the most points taken off of their assignments. References. So any reference that is listed on your reference page should also be cited in your paper. Any reference cited in your paper should also appear on your reference sheet, your reference page. They should be one and the same, because you don't want to quote something or cite something in your paper that's not cited on your reference sheet, but you don't want to put something on your reference sheet that you never actually referenced. So make sure we do that. Written assignments are expected to be free of grammar. This is a 300 level course. I expect you to be able to write in full, complete sentences, good grammar, and appropriate language as well, appropriate spelling. Use the spell check. If students are having any problems with writing, please visit the Newcastle County campus or a writing center to get some help. I'd much rather you get some help ahead of time as opposed to when it might be too late. Here's some information about our writing process. It does take time and effort, so take your time. Know that you have a week to complete your assignments, but again, please do not wait till the end of the week in order to start. And here is our course outline. So week 1, we are focusing on becoming a scholar. So we will be reading our textbook, chapters 1 and 15. By the end of week 1, you will submit your introductory discussion board telling us who you are, introducing yourself to the rest of your classmates. You will also participate in the weekly discussion board. You will write and submit your article summary, as well as partake in the APA quiz. Week 2 is the nitty-gritty. Now we're getting into chapters 2 and 3. So by the end of week 2, you will submit your discussion board, your extended definition paper, and your quiz. Week 3, how deep and how wide? Reading our textbook, chapter 5. So we have our discussion board due, our research paper due, and our quiz. Week 4, we've got the numbers game in chapter 7. So we will have a discussion board, the sampling assignment, and the quiz. Week 5, telling the story. We will read our textbook, chapter 6, have a discussion board, quantitative literary assignment, and a quiz. Week 6, we've got chapter 4. We've got our discussion board as well as a quiz. So note in week 6, there's no written assignment. In week 7, we have reviewing chapter 15. And here we have our discussion board 1, discussion board 2, and our week 7 brief literature review, which I will note here is 200 points. That is the biggest assignment. Please start working on that one early because it will probably take you more than 1 week to write. So thank you so much for taking SOC 331. I am available 24/7. I will usually take a few hours to respond. I'm working full time and have a lot of other things going on, but I'm happy to hear from you. And I'd much rather hear from you before an issue arises as opposed to after. So please reach out to me via email. It all comes to my phone. All shapes and sizes of contact come right to my phone. So my email address is lauren.brueckner. It is lauren.p as in Paul .brueckner at wilmu.edu. So that's lauren.p.brueckner at wilmu.edu. I'm excited for this journey and thank you so much for joining me.